Well, now, again, I'm seeing new posts about passport bros this, passport bros that. And I just wanted to, I knew I didn't done something like this before, but I was like, no. Let me walk through the logic of it a little. People want to think there's a lot of ideological society making people do things, and it's like, no. Think animal. Think genetics. Try to use some science. So one of the things about the issue with passport bros is, okay, these people who are leaving, there's most men stay here, right? The vast majority of men stay here. So because the vast majority of men are staying here, the vast majority of men are staying here, passport bros are actually like kind of rare by the numbers. There's lots of men who don't want to be married. So you're now cutting down even the number of men who would get married at all. So passport bros who, the entire idea is they're going to travel the world. They're going to see if they meet the kind of woman who they would like to marry, settle down with, and have a family. Okay, so if these were just animal terms, the society has created a male that can get the money together to travel to multiple places, see the meeting selection, so as to go out of their way to find somebody that will most likely be a lifelong mate, so that they would therefore be in the category of the happiest people. This would also mean that very likely the two people who would meet are technically, genetically, they're happy people. They are people, and I really mean this, they are people that they tend to be of sunny demeanor. They're not morose. They don't have big ups and downs. That's genetic, really, for the most part. That's not a kind of developed thing or something like that that came with the package for the most part. So, looking at it from an animal breeding kind of point of view, the independent woman is also kind of an interesting phenomena, because this is a female of the species that is not just able to do for herself, but also on top of it has a social network that coordinates how to obtain resources. These resources are obtained through an extremely specialized set of skills that took a very long time to learn for the creature's lifetime, comparison to their lifetime, and especially in comparison to their fertility window, and has more than enough for themselves, and it can at will then choose when to have offspring, completely and totally, and not just has the nest, and that's the weird part, is owning the nest. That's a key thing, establishing and owning the nest. That's not really that normal. You know, males try to come up with a place that all the action can happen, or the offspring can settle in, you know, and be protected. And so when the male's not useful in this regard, so that might just be open territory, but it's still the male's controlling that open territory. So this is kind of this weird way that if you want to believe there's a thing called progress, rather than just humans adapt to the circumstances, and but this would be some kind of progress to the science or something. Both of these situations are kind of the height of science. Passport bros and independent women are the height of scientific human culture at this time. It's just, will you pass on your genes if you want to? Well, these guys are quite specifically trying to do that. Any animal group that they send males out, that's exogamous reproduction. The whole idea is either to join the female's clan or it's to bring the female back. That's the big issue. Are the offspring going to be raised with the female's clan in a foreign country or in the male's clan in our country? Because then if this was advantageous to they had some kind of advantages, height, intelligence, beauty. That's now, you want that here. And that's why you have to have an orderly territory for the idea of having, and that's values. That's the whole thing about similar values. So, I'm thinking people are getting too much, people are trying to feel hurt too much. This is a breeding pattern thing. Independent women and passport bros, it just becomes down to a breeding patterns and it makes perfect logical sense when you think of the general rules that most animals follow. So, and then you have to get into the unique thing about humans and our needs. All right.